Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to this next guitar lesson. And for today we're going to be taking a look at some more Hendrix-inspired rhythm guitar ideas. I have a really cool idea for you today. This was kind of one of Hendrix's favorite chords to use, but it also set him up perfectly for the minor pentatonic scale, and we're going to be exploring like kind of an endless amount of rhythm licks that you can play inside of the scale. So let's get into the lesson. We got a lot to kind of go over today, so let's get into it and I'll start breaking some of these ideas down for you guys. Alright, so to start off with, we're just going to be starting with just a really simple major chord, which most of you guys probably know. So it's going to be just a bar chord, and we're going to be in the key of E flat for today actually, just to mix things up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to have pointer at 6 of the A. Then the ring is going to be doing a bar on the D, G, and B strings, and that's going to be at the 8th fret. Okay, and if you can get the high E string in there barred by the pointer as well, that's awesome. If not, that's fine too. I usually don't do that because my knuckles have never really bent far enough back to be able to grab this bar and then lift it up far enough to get the high E string in there. So if you can do that, awesome. If you can't, not a big deal. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to take a look at is just switching this chord around slightly. We're going to turn it into an inversion. And it's actually really simple. All we're going to do is replace the ring finger bar with the pointer finger bar. Then the ring finger is going to come up to 10 of the A. Okay, so that's a first inversion, E flat major chord. So where's the root note for this now? Well, it's actually on the G string. Let's go down to A flat, pointer is barred at the 1st fret, B flat, now it's barred at the 3rd fret, up 1 fret to B, up another fret to D flat, excuse me, that was 2 fret gap there, and then up another 2 frets back home to E flat. Okay, just to kind of experiment moving that around a little bit. First small idea you can just try is doing a 4-string bar, so bringing the pointer finger up to bar the A string as well, and then just hammering on the ring to 10 of the A. So just that kind of thing. It's just kind of a little movement. It's just a cool little idea to experiment with, just knowing it's there. Okay, so now the real idea I want to get into with you guys is basically this. This chord right here lies perfectly inside box 1 of a minor pentatonic scale. So that scale right there, it's perfectly inside of it, as you can see. All the notes are coming from that. Okay, so what is this scale? We'll just go over it really quick. I'm sure most of you guys probably know this, but just in case. So on the first string, the low E, we're going to have 8 and then 11. And then 8 and 10 on the next, 8 and 10 on the next, 8 and 10 on the next, then 8 and 11, 8 and 11 on the B, then 8 and 11 on the high E. Okay, and that's a full scale. Okay, so that is, as I'd said, this chord is directly inside of that scale. So let's just start taking a look at a couple ideas that we can get from this. So first of all, most little like rhythm guitar lick ideas and stuff, and kind of getting that Hendrix type sound, usually are composed of like 2 notes. So that kind of stuff right there. And so we're going to take a look at just doing a couple little bars with the pointer finger, and then doing some hammer-ons and pull-offs with other remaining fingers. And we're really going to get some cool cascading type of sounds. Okay, so the first idea, let's just take a look at this. Now, you might notice, for this minor pentatonic scale, we can just do a full bar across the 8th fret with our pointer. And we actually get the full bottom half of this scale. So all those notes are in the scale, which is really cool. So the pointer finger can just do small little bars on the 8th fret, and we can get a whole bunch of hammer-on and pull-off ideas with our other remaining fingers. Okay, so let's take a look at this first of all. Let's do a bar with a pointer, and this is all going to be at the 8th fret, okay? Anything with a pointer. So a bar with a pointer now on the G and B, And now I can do a hammer-on with the ring to 10 of the G. Okay, let's go to the D and G now and do a small bar and do a hammer-on with the ring finger up to 10 once again. Same thing on the A and D. Okay, so lots of ideas there. Let's also do that on the B and high E. Okay, and all I was doing there was I'm just doing a little hammer on a pull-off idea and then grabbing the next note on the lowest. So basically we're going to start the next idea from. So we're just walking this idea down the string sets. So I'm starting right there. Now I'm at 10 of the G, 10 of the D with my ring, 10 of the A with my ring now. And then right here I'm just grabbing the low E flat note with my pinky, that's 11th fret. And that's still inside of the minor pentatonic. So all those ideas are open to us. You know, if we're just jamming. So a whole bunch of ideas there to experiment around with. You can walk those up or down, whatever you want to do with them. You can even do like little double slides right here in the middle with the pointer finger. I'm just sliding that up 2 frets. So all those ideas are open to us. And you can experiment with any of those and see what kind of sounds you can get out of them. One smaller little idea that I just want to show you guys that's really, really cool. I use this a lot in my rhythm guitar playing. This is going to take us out of the pentatonic scale slightly, but that's okay just for the purpose of this little lick. We're going to start on the G and B strings and just doing that bar with the pointer. Then we're actually going to hammer on with the ring and middle. The ring is going to 10 of the G, the middle is going to 9 of the B, and then we're going to slide that up 2 frets, so now we're at 12 and 11 of the G and B. Okay? Okay, and then you can walk that back down. That's just a really fun idea that you can start throwing into your playing every once in a while. So that's a fun little rhythm lick. I find myself using that a lot. That's actually kind of based off of a blues lick. We're just leaving a chromatic note out there. They sometimes walk, kind of walk that up, but we're just leaving out that chromatic, those 2 chromatic passing notes. So that's a cool little lick. I like to use that a lot. Last little idea we're going to explore really quickly is let's go back to the original chord we had started with. Okay, now we're just going to take the bar off, go to the pointer, ring's going to hammer on to 8 of the A, then slide up to 10, and now we're back in our original spot. So this is kind of cool because we can explore all these little ideas right from there. What I did right there was, now I'm at, let's see, I'm at 10 of the D and G, doing a 2-string bar with the ring, then back down to 8 with the pointer, doing a 2-string bar once again. That's a really cool little rhythm lick idea. And don't forget, we can also go down where we were exploring last week with that little power chord idea. So we can be up here, or we can be down here with the chord from last week. So we've got all those ideas just kind of waiting for us. So we can go to any one of those ideas really at any time. So we have this chord from last week down here, this chord, and then we do that little slide and we're right up here in that minor pentatonic scale. And again, all those ideas are open to us. Okay, and we don't even have to do like a hammer-on to pull off. Look, let's go to 10 of the G and B. Right there, I'm just doing 2 little hammer-ons to, oh, I'm sorry, that's actually going to be 8 with the pointer finger, and I'm hammering on to 10 with the ring finger. So that's just a little double hammer-on there. Okay guys, so I didn't want to show you too many licks. You know, there's a couple that I showed you in there for sure, some of my favorites, but I really wanted just to kind of give you guys, once again, the framework for getting a whole bunch of these rhythm licks, and then kind of like I mentioned last week, you know, throw on a little drum track or something like that, and just kind of go crazy with the idea now that you know a lot of this is just based off of those 2-string bars with the pointer finger, and then you know whatever you can do with the other remaining fingers to get some of these little rhythm licks in there. So just see what you can do. You know, once again, we've got a lot to go off. We have the chord from last week, that kind of power chord based idea. This guy right here, then you can do the little hammer on and slide up that Hendrix likes to do a lot, and then that puts us perfectly in line for that whole minor pentatonic scale and everything that we can do from it. So at any rate, yeah, a whole bunch of different ideas to go off of, and then once you start getting comfortable in this key, then you know, move it down maybe just to D flat, so you're going to be 2 frets lower for all these ideas and do the same thing. Then maybe go up to A flat or switch keys, whatever you guys want to do with the idea from there. But yeah, with these ideas from last week and this week, there is a whole lot of stuff to explore with this. So yeah, like I said, I'd advise just finding a cool drum group that you're into and then just kind of going crazy with the idea. So yeah, at any rate, I will see you all back here next week for the next lesson.